All right, folks, we're recording today. Just a quick update on BTC. As you guys can see, that chart there, I don't think it's quite ready. It's actually looking a little bearish. It's looking a little bearish, like it wants to retest 52,000 and possibly even 47,000 again. I am a little concerned with this current weekly candle. The week hasn't ended, but to me, the weekly, this zone has to be tapped into for this bullish continuation. As we'll see, historical price has bounced off the midpoint, bounced up, comes down from this green zone, which has maintained the bull market. So it will have to correct, bounce off there, and continue. Here was when it failed. It failed to close above. It finally did, and it did, and that was the bull. So if we're looking at it, so we're looking at it from here, from 2016 all the way up to here, 2017. It always stayed above the 0.56 RSI. It corrected, but always stayed above, and that continued. That's basically what has to happen here. It has to stay above 656. It generally came back to tap it. It rarely not gone there before it went higher. To me, this here tells me I think we could have a correction, a drop, before we continue higher. Now from here, I was thinking we were just going to go straight up, but it doesn't seem that way, to be honest. I think my bias has switched a little bit. I think from here we're going to be dropping before we go higher, but I do believe we're going to go higher. It's just not quite ready. Okay, so let's zoom in. These are the targets I'm looking at, but for now I don't think it's quite ready. So these were taken from there. Let's correct this so we can see that. It was taken from there. It hit the 261.5 from there. Now let's say it does something similar. So we'll say from this move was this whole move here. So we'll be from there to there. So you can see there's a heavy resistance, and there's really no confluence here. It seems like it just wants to run straight up. Now let's say we do it from here to this level here. Again, this is a tough resistance here. I think once it gets past here, it's nothing but here, to be honest with you. Once it gets past here, I believe this is running up here, possibly higher. That's a fair confluence by my mentor, who taught me. To me, it tells me it's not quite ready. I think we might have another dip, possibly back into this level, 52, possibly into 50,000 before we do this. Let me show one, because last week, this is what I'm imagining. I think, I know I've been saying we're gonna go from here, we're gonna go up, but I think it's gonna have a dip. Let me show my latest. This has been my latest idea here. Hold on, let me just pop this open. So basically this is what I've been thinking here, which is this here. Okay, this is a couple of days ago. This was a couple of days ago. I think we get something like this before we get higher. To me, it doesn't seem like it's quite ready weekly. So to me, I think we do something like this. Maybe double tap here. Maybe create a liquidity down here. So we might do something like this. Okay, so right now we're talking about this level here. Okay. Guys, just bear with me. I'm trying to I know how to use it, it just goes a little slow. Okay, we're talking about something like that, okay? So that there is the support level that we're looking at, right? I was looking at last week. It's basically, to me, it does something like that. So that's the current support it must hold. I think it does something like this. Possibly gains it, drops. Once it regains this level, if it drops below, just long, because I think from here it does this. Straight up to the races. Or it might just stay around here a little bit more. But as I just showed you guys, this level here, this level here to me is a very, very tough level. Okay, so that's a tough level. That's a tough level. So that's a tough level, this one here. So I really don't think we're gonna pierce that on one attempt or two attempts. I think it would take multiple attempts. Up, down, here, up, down. So we could have one big complex range, which now, like my friend said, he was hoping for a range. It seems like in a higher time frame, that's what it's trying to print. In the lower time frame, to me, it was a complex. To me, in the lower time frame, it was something complex here, where something complex and then goes up. Okay, just something to keep in mind. But I think right now we could have a. I think right now we could have a small dip, to be honest with you. So I really think right now we could have a small dip. 1 second, let me move this over. So I think right now this current weekly looks a little weak. It almost looks like it wants to drop, to be honest. And I'm almost sort of confident that this level here might not even hold. So we're talking about somewhere in between here. Let's look at it in a lower time frame. Let's look at the monthly. The monthly really hasn't had a real pullback. It's gone straight up. Hindsight, this was an SR flip. Monthly seems like it wants to dip down before it goes higher. I think we may have a correction soon. I think it's a correction that I don't think too many are expecting. Okay, this is somewhere back here. I thought it was going to shoot up, but then it just started this complex correction, so we can delete that. But I've been since way back here, I've been saying it's going to be some sort of complex correction. It's not going to take off right away. I think it's going to take some time. So these are the levels to look at for now. I do think we may have a little dip here. Okay. And obviously we're talking about okay. So this is the levels to watch. You could say this would be a little nice, I don't want to say demand, but it could possibly be a demand zone. This is the support right now on this weekly. This is the resistance. It's immediate support right there. Okay, so we had this impulse, possibly, if we treat it like any other coin, I know I'm spending a lot of time with very little information, but I hope this has been helpful. If we treat this like a regular, any other coin, so this is an impulse, and now we're having some sort of correction. Okay. So we can see something like this, impulse, then we have a correction, or we have a correction that goes there. But to me, this is some sort of correction that is not ready. So we can have this correction going on here, which is a penning flag, whatever you want to call it, a bull flag, whatever you want to call it. We have that, or we have some type of linear correction, which is basically it's a range, some sort of range happening right there in that zone before price goes higher. So basically what I'm saying is I don't think BTC is quite ready to go up. So this is the two scenarios we have. We have a bull flag, probably tap back down to this demand, or just consolidate along this zone right here, which is like some sort of range in there. So basically, what I'm saying, we have an impulse. We had a sell-off, an impulse. Now we have a correction. Is this a linear correction on a horizontal? Was a bull flag correction before up? But I do believe we're gonna be around here a little longer. Some alts could do well. The key thing is for how long, I'm not sure, but hopefully to the end of the month. As you clearly can see, guys, this is the level it must claim. This level here is more apparent in the lower level. So this is more apparent in the okay. So this is more obvious. This is more obvious in the lower time frame that this is a level it must claim here. Failed, 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 failed. That's the big sell off. Failing, failing, failing so far. Goes down before it goes up again. So this is the key level, guys. 58, basically 59,000. That's the key level for BTC right now. They got sold off into this nice support. We could have a sell off back down to 57,000. I think it's, you know what, the more I look at on the lower time frame, it seems like it's almost ready, but the 4 hour ticking upward. I don't know if it's ready yet, but it's definitely getting there. The higher time frame tells me we still have more ways to go. So I would think alts should run well. You will have some sell-off, so it'll be very, very volatile. I think the next couple of weeks or two. Hopefully things run well. So that's BTC, folks. In the lower time frame is a little more obvious. That's the level it must claim. Okay, so this is the level it must claim. We can say 59,000 is the key level for BTC. All right, so now let's go over to dominance. And we're starting to see a little sell-off here. See, so I think this is coming back down here, up and come back down. I think it seems like it wants to revisit 52,000, 53,000 again before it takes off. That's what it seems that it wants. We will have to wait and see, but I think it's not ready. Just making this notation over here. let's look at dominance. Dominance actually did better than what I expected on the weekly. This was concerning for me here a couple of weeks ago because it was consolidating and indicators were taking upward, and I was really concerned. So let's look at this here. On a monthly, it has proven that this was some sort of distribution here, and then we had the bearish retest. So this was the correction, then we had the impulse, the continuation down. Of course, this is hindsight now. So you see this here, something like this zone here should happen here. So the question is, does it bounce from here, or does it bounce from 53 back up to retest 58? But we will have a bounce in dominance before we actually have the real alt rally, in my opinion. Now, I have another, this chart to me has been the most accurate one. I've shown this chart before. I think around here, back in December, going into January, I told folks that, you know, it was not a popular opinion, but we should start laddering into alts, BTC pairs. So far, some folks have heeded to my advice, of course, with proper risk management, and we were theorizing price movement for educational purposes, and you know, they did as they thought was best for them. I thought from here we were going to have a nice bounce before we had this actual move, so that did not happen. It actually broke right through. From here it took off, it sold off. From here it reclaimed it, fell. That's the reason, because look, this is deviation, then it took off. I thought this zone was going to be critical. Now, if this zone gets reclaimed, I think everyone should leave the oil market. So this zone here is critical because it failed there. Let me get a lighter color. It failed, sold off, boom, a retest, and took off to the races. The man, again, I thought was going to have a bounce from here, go up before we had this. Okay, I'm not so confident this is going to happen now. There. I am not so confident. Now, why the heck why is that so, that cursor so thick? I don't know how to, I don't know how to make that thinner. So, since this didn't happen here, I think this goes here, up, down, regains this level. We have some tests like this before we have the real season. Okay. So basically, because this level, because also did not bounce from this level, I think that's crucial. I think that if this level gets regained, we're going to have a nice dominance pounce, meaning alts are going to bleed massively when this level gets regained, because it didn't bounce from here. If this level gets regained, guys, 57, 58, just get out of the alts BTC market for now. And if you have long-term plays, that's fine, but if you're in profits, if that gets regained, cash out. a certain percentage, not all, but just get out of the BTC market if this level gets regained. Now, some people think from here, that's what's going to happen. It's going to bounce and regains it. Some people think that we're already in the midst of regaining this level here. So I would say err with caution. I'm not sure yet. Let's look at it on the monthly. I don't think so. We could possibly have a drop here to 53, as some think, because we had a pop up. This is critical zone. Then I sold off to here. Somewhere around here is where this dominance is going to bounce. So I think dominance is going to drop a little lower before we have that bounce. Alt's been popping off crazily. They've been doing extremely well. Whomever's been able to catch those pops. Fortunately, not me. Let me see how this is looking on the indicator. Right now, it's like a tiebreaker, grossly oversold. We had a double top. This is, I was using this as an example for what's going on here. And that's how I came up with it. This confirmed to me, this double top here. And then this, something similar is playing out now, look. So we could have up, a little sell off, do something like this here. Creates a double bottom, sells off, or goes up. Maybe a double bottom into the 55 zone, possibly wicks into here, closes back up. The point here, we're very close to reversal on BTC alts, so be cautious. Think about zones where you want to take some of your profits. I'm not saying to do it now, but I think we're approaching that zone where we could have a little nice dominance popping up in a lower time frame before we have a continuation to the downside. But I think if this level gets regained, it's going to be a nice pop up. Might pop up to here and possibly 64. So this here is no longer in play. So maybe something like this here, and then we have the real alt season. So this is now the next option. This did not occur from here. I think right here we may have a little more sell off. Again, if this level gets regained, guys, 57, basically 57 gets regained, you should start getting out the alts market, the BTC market. Okay, all right, that's it for dominance. Let's look at some of these fiat pairings. Oh, this is the BTC. Oof, that's not good. Look at 11, 8. Oof, they're already starting to bleed. Let me look at the better chart for now. This is the fiat ones. Oof, oof. So, IOTA, this should be in blue. Wait. Look at swipe. Okay, swipe flipped the key level here. Okay, flip the key level here. Now it has to consolidate along here between 4.2 and 5. Let it go sideways, create a range, and to make up to these targets here. Now my long-term targets for this, for swipe, is between this zone here, 17 bucks. Anything higher than that, that'll be gravy for me. But on the lower time frame, this is the level. It's trying to consolidate here. So to me, it does some sideways stuff here. Before it pops up there. So I think we're going to have a little sell-off here. The 3-day is flipping a critical level. One could say this was a critical level here. So one can say that this range will happen between this level and that level. So we're talking about something like this. Okay, even if it goes down and regains it, you go long on that regain here. To me, it's not quite ready for here. Maybe it could. I've been wrong before. That swipe, I don't know who bought the bottom, but came close to the bottom. I did not add for swipe again. HGR. I think this one is going on a parabolic run. Just being patient. The best way I can do this one is just swing points. That's basically it. Just get it on the pullbacks. Whatever fit level that is. Not quite there, but we would do every fib level. We're talking about from here to here. That's the 0.50. We go from here to here, 0.38. We go from here to here, 0.38. So it's been the 0.50, the 0.38, and the 0.38. And if this can stay above here, consolidate a little longer, we're talking about something like this. It's alright if I do something like this, go up. I added some here, not a lot. I added here. I'm okay. I think it's going to go a little higher. What's the ultimate target for this? I have no clue, but if I would do the fibs from here to basically here, I'm talking about $3 the next target, but if we use the fib season extenders, we're talking about there. That'll be the next target. We take it to the all-time low. Looking at here, but I would say the next targets will be 2.4 and 3.8. We go from here to here. Let's see what lines up. And what lines up is 2.3 and 3.57. Okay, so let's see if it runs up here eventually. This one I'm not sure how high it's going to go. It's just do your research. I'm just theorizing on price movement and what could happen in the future. Do your research, invest at your own risk. This is for educational purposes only. CRV, this is the one the whole round was waiting on. So this is last week. I said around 2.5, so it came close to it, 2.6. To me, if it can stay in this range here, I think it's pretty close to flipping. If it can stay along this band here, I think it's pretty close to flipping. This to me is a swing. So we had this crazy impulse, we had this correction. The downtrend has been broken. Okay, this impulse has been broken. I mean, this impulse and this correction is correcting this whole move. This whole move is being corrected here. Okay, to me, this is done. Meaning that smaller corrections are between this zone and this zone before it continues higher. That's my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, just theorizing price movement, where it could be. Cadena. Man, I almost bought here, but I was too afraid. I could have suppressed that fear by buying here and putting my stop loss 10% or wide stop loss, because Luna was running like crazy and Luna ran crazy. I mean TERRA ran crazy, and I'm like, they're gonna put money, because all these Cadena and Sol, they're all related, they're all intermingled. So they're all related. I mean, they all back each other. And I should have bought here. This would have been some nice gains. I messed up. What else can we look at? Tesla's just been grinding. EOS, as I told everyone, I think is just buy the dips. To me, this is ready to just go up. Again, this was one big accumulation range from last December. We're talking about almost 2 full years or a year and a half of being here. This is not going to end here. It's going back here and higher, in my opinion. No financial advice. I wish they never got shaken out here. I bought a little high, but that's fine. Not really. I'm a little upset because I got shaken out. I think it was right here. I got shaken out on this. And I kind of knew that this was bottom too. I didn't buy here. I bought, then I sold. Scared. I never closed below here, which was a key zone. I should have had my stuff. Should have let price stop me out. I did not. And also I should have been looking at the monthly. The monthly was like just buy the dips. I didn't really listen to myself. Anyway, I think it comes down and possibly retest the 5.3 again before it continues higher. Just theorizing price movement. Cash USD looks like a little burnt out. I think we may have a little nice correction here before it makes this next leg up. Maybe something like this. Okay, some sort of bull flag before it goes higher. I do expect these targets to be hit eventually. It's not quite ready. What else can we look at? Goes, I'm just waiting to add some nasty closes here. So we could have this, something around there. Let's see if it aligns with a 0.38 fib. Yeah, something here. $1. I think I might dip even here, 90 cents. But for now, this will be the $1.06 will be the good location to look for. XRP has had a nice run. I think it's gonna, I was wrong. I was waiting somewhere here, 7 cents. This is bottom. When this level got regained, it should have been obvious. It came down, retest, it pumped. It's broken out of this whole zone here. To me, it's just gonna go here, something like this, and then just run up, back up to $4. After that, I don't know. I got in around here, around 68 cents or 58 cents. I can't remember, but it was a little risky play. But I looked at the monthly; it looked ready. I was just waiting. It's a matter of waiting. NEO has grind slowly up here. So this is what I'm talking about, what that ghost could do. Something like that before it goes higher. Now we're talking about ghosts. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, something like that before it goes higher. Okay. What level? What fib level is that one? So that 0.50. 0.50 level. I think Ghost's gonna do something like that. Okay, before it pops higher. Let's see, I got a good chart here. So here's this chart here. Around here, I was telling folks to buy. I was waiting for these dips here that never came. There was some fucking weird correction here. So these were the zones I was looking at here. In here, it's just, they didn't go. Then once the zone got claimed, I was suggesting long here or a clean break here. It's actually done pretty well from here. It's done 3x. I was just not patient enough. You see these alls running 7, 8, 10x and you want something like that, but it's done 2x. That's still great gains. You know, it's no financial advice, guys. I'm just theorizing price movement. So I think someone around here was asking me for the scalp, and I'm not sure if he got in, but I told him just wait. Was a resistance, see if we can get it close to here, and then it took off. I'm not even sure if he got in or not. GRIN, my old faithful GRIN. I said I was gonna buy you until you went to 0. It has reversed the downtrend, as you guys can see here. Just trying to get over this key level here. To me, GRIN is an uptrend. It's just by the dips. I got a motion when I bought here before the close. I gotta have it. I'm not waiting for candle closes, so I messed up, and I never rebought here. But it obviously has reversed this. Now the key thing here, can it hold above that zone there? So that's the zone it must hold above. Maybe come somewhere here, and boom, boom, boom. I'm not sure how high it's going, but I've held this fucking coin for so long. I'm actually not selling until I guess it goes back down to 0. So I wish I could stake it. Would have made decent staking money, I guess. But it's reversed the downtrend. I'm definitely not selling yet. We could have, which is worst case scenario. Let's say BTC gives the shits. Something like this before it goes higher. I would definitely get in here again. Okay, or somewhere around here. 75 cents. As long as we maintain a higher low from here to go higher, I think I'll consider that. Let me show you my green chart over here. So this is basically what I've been waiting on. For the moon, for the stars, for the finish line. Will it get there? Let's see. Anything above there would be gravy for me. So let's see what happens, but to me anything above there will be gravy. So that's it right there, you know. I've had this going for a long time. Just waiting patiently. I should have been adding slowly. But let's see what happens. Hopefully things will play out well and it will make me a little happy. Maybe take a nice trip. I don't know, depending how well it goes the next couple of months. A little luck and a little, you know, a little luck and a little help from the Almighty, you know, helps, goes a long way. Again, this is no financial advice, just theorizing price movement. This is for educational purposes. Invest at your own risk. Give me a second here, folks. All right, AKRO USA has surpassed my expectations. Well, the USD chart, the one I'm more interested on is the BTC because that's the chart that I used to get in on. It was mostly the BTC chart. I've been trying to accumulate this BTC pairing, guys. That's the one I've been trying to accumulate the most. So I got in a run here. I don't know, but to me, I'm just concerned with trying to get Satoshis. I've done an awful job of doing that. KuCoin, that's the chart. To me, this is a level it has to flip. Let me see. There it is right there. That's the level, to me, has to flip this level. This is a crucial level to me. The reason why I say that is that, so basically we've had this sell off. This has been the demand where price took off, sell off, sell off, sell off, sort of. So we can have a dip here, go like this, and bam, bam, bam. Then it goes back up to these levels here. Yeah, that looks like something that shouldn't look like. Okay. So that's the reason, that's a crucial level for me. here, demand, supply, sells off, sells off, sells off, sells off, sells off. It's trying to, done like this, regains it, pops. I think just goes in a monster tear in my opinion. That's my opinion. This is no financial advice, folks. I was waiting so patiently to add. I added around here so patiently for this to happen. Was it here or here? I can't remember where. Let me see. I know I was doing this. I'm like, it's 200, 300%. I think it was around here. I can't remember where. I will have to go check. But I know I added somewhere around here. I hope it was here. Because if it was here, we're talking about, that's lovely. I hope it was here. I'll have to go back and check. But anyway, it's gearing up for its next leg. We look at it, RSI. It's gearing up a little. I think bearish divergence here. We may have a dip before we have any of that, but to me, it's gearing up. It's gearing up for its next monster run. These levels are going to get surpassed. I'm not sure how high. I'm not trying to create FOMO, folks. Invest at your own advice. If we put the fib extensions, there's a run up here. Let's see, it possibly could run between those two levels. If anyone wanted to add, I will see if these levels can be tapped again. Right here. It seems like it wants to tap those levels again. This could be a monster, another monster one. This one is patience. That was that. See, I did pretty good. This is another one that's done pretty good. So this is the level I was looking at. This to me could be some sort of range. Now that I'm looking at it here, let me go to a quarterly chart. So this, well, we established that this to me is demand. So we're going to say that's demand. So if price does visit there, we're going to say that's demand. That's the color for demand. And then we're going to say this is the support level where price could return to. Okay, it lines up. Felt to close above. It's trying to. Sort of did. So we're talking about this is the crucial level. So it could revisit 39 sats again. So this here, below nice support. Change that to support. Okay, and then this is another support level here. Okay. So that got tapped into. So this is what I was looking at here. So I wasn't sure if it was going to come down before it took off. It seems like that's what it's doing. It's sort of doing this. I think we're gonna have one last leg for alts BTC before we see that bounce and possibly back up to these levels. I would strongly urge folks to consider taking partial profits at some point. Again, it's only my advice. You guys do as you guys see fit. I'm just here for educational purposes and theorizing where price movement could move to. Okay, this could be one big range. Trying to look something similar to that BTC before it had this monster run. So we're not quite there. Just go back and look at that BTC. In fact, we're here already. You mentioned it. I'm talking way back here. Here. Maybe something like this before it goes to a monster tear. I think that is spider dips. I think it's flipped this downtrend. I'm not sure how high it's going to run, but I'll be interested. Monthly is not quite thick and consistent. So we will do the fib extensions from here to here. Talking about here. Another 1x. See, we can say, well, it's actually from here. Seems like it's from here. These two levels could get tapped. Another 1x. I'm not sure how, I don't think VET is going to stop there. I think it's just going to go on a monster tear. I'm not sure how high, but I don't think this will be the stopping point for it. My opinion. What else? Fucking NANO, man. Gearing up for another impulse up. Shit, they're so great, man. Look at this shit. Didn't even get here. I think we're gonna have a nice retrace on this one. Bat has done well and exceeded expectations. Bounced over the quarter level. I think I got in around here. I showed it a little early. I missed this whole move here. Other people stayed with it, so they were able to catch that whole move. But you know, here I missed the buy-in, but it's done pretty great. I think its next targets will hit eventually here. I'm not sure there, but I think it's gonna pull back. That pullback wasn't too deep, and that support held. What else you guys want to look at? Dot. Fucking dot has just been amazing, man. Super amazing. I should have just fucked this one up really badly. 9x basically. Let's look at LTC. Took off on the support here. And it's approaching resistance supply zones. We can have a nice pullback, possibly back down. We can have a nice pullback before it continues higher. Some of these charts I haven't seen in a while, guys, so I really don't have much to say on. I really gotta get into it and look at it. What else? My friend thinks this is gonna go even on a monster tear, even higher than just here. He thinks up here, the 30s. I'm not sure. It's been a very frustrating coin to play for me at least, but it's been well. It's flipped this zone here, as you guys can see. Sold off, flip this. Now it's trying to flip this here. It's consolidation around here before it goes up to these targets and $10. $10 is my ultimate target. ALGO has frustrated everyone, even myself. So I think around here I got shook out. Reverse the downtrend, has an impulse. Now it's just correction between here. I do think this is the ultimate target, between $5 and $2. Well, $5 to me is the ultimate target. Anything above that is gravy. If it hits this, even better, but I'm not seeing that. To me, either this is the zone here. Now, the one that interests me the most is the BTC pair. That's the one where I'm not selling until it reaches all-time high. I made that known very clear. think this would be a good one to have for BTC. BTC pair. Anyone looking at this one, it's off bouncing off the quarterly level. I think, yeah, not quite ready, but this one's going to do extremely, extremely well. In my opinion, ALGO BTC would be a nice one to scale in, buy and forget, BTC pair. No financial advice, I'm just theorizing price movement, theoretically looking at what price could be in the future. We have a little nice sell off here. Komodo basically gave me the middle finger. I got in a run here and then I got in a run here. I chased CRV, so then I sold here to chase it, and I missed this whole move. That's a lot of profit on the table. But that happens when you chase. As you guys seen in the past, it's been a zone that needs to claim. I'm not sure if it closes above. I don't think so. It might close here, sideways. I may even close here before it goes back up to these levels here. Just wait for the closing. Sand BTC has done better than what I imagined. So this has been amazing. So next, Nano. I think Nano is a good play. That's the one where I think it's a high risk, well, medium risk, high reward. This whole zone to me was consolidated. This whole zone to me is key. Okay, I think goes something like this. It breaks it, comes down, and goes off. I think this goes on a monster tear once it claims this, in my opinion. So this to me is a mid swing, to be honest, because of this here. Clean breakout of 1200 sats. I think it's a good play too long, in my opinion. We could have something like this though. Then it goes on a monster run. Keep an eye on Nano. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's look at EMAs. There it is right there. It's trying to regain that. Trying to regain the 55 EMA, the 100 EMA. It's not quite ready. Pops up, comes down, sideways, does something like this. Goes on a monster run, in my opinion. It could do what it did for the 55 EMA. It could do what it did for the USD pair. It's almost, these are pinching. These are coming together. Not quite there. And when this breaks out of here, it's gonna be beautiful. Okay, that's Nano. No financial advice. This is time to just accumulate, guys. It's time to accumulate. Ladder in, buy slowly, that type of stuff. Just be cautious. Invest in your own advice. I'm just theorizing price movement and where it could be in the future. But it's almost ready. Let's see what Komodo looked like. BTC. There, that's right there. It's being pinched at 10 EMAs. Also, this is what I'm talking about for Nano. This one also looked like crazy value. This one's buy the dips. A lot of these BTC pairs have been popped off. Look at the ones that haven't popped off, guys. Let's buy the retraces. Komodo USD has gone on a monster tear. I'm actually excited. This is like so ready, man. This shit is going to see. This is what I'm talking about. The Nano BTC. You see how this level felt to close and eventually did, and then just went on a monster run. I think that's the same. I regret not adding more. I regret not adding more here. I was buying a little bit, but I regret not adding more. But hey, that's the way it is, you know. Better luck next time. Okay, the monthly is sort of getting there, so we're talking about something like this. Maybe this goes up, goes down, goes up. So we're talking about something like this, up, down, up. So this point goes higher. This makes a double top, and then price could also do this, goes higher while this is coming down. Like you have some crazy shit like that. No, it's not going to 800, but I'm saying that's basically what I'm looking for, price action. Let me see if I can find an example. I think it was this one here. Oh, I think I sold definitely way too early. See, that's what I'm talking about. I think on a weekly 95, I think 90 fucking 5. I sold way too early. This fucking example, look at this. In a bull market, nothing over 80 is not oversold. Everything's been popping up to above 90, so we can actually push this above 85. So nothing over 85 is oversold. So we can do that. I can't find a good example of what I'm trying to tell you. See this, not really. Man, I fucked up on this one. I did not get in. I knew this bitch was gonna run too. I did not get in. I think around here I didn't get in. That's why it's good to use the EMAs on high time frame just to confirm support and resistance. So that's the 55. I got rejected and then just took off on the retrace. So let's buy the dips, guys. Try to use the 10 and the 20 EMA and the 55 and the 100 and the 200 on high time frames. Use them as support and resistance, and use them as bullish crossings. You know, things like that. Don't use them to be all. So we're talking about, let's say if I would have bought around here, I was thinking about it. I thought it was going to come down before it went up higher. And we're talking about 8x, 9x, 7x, 6x. And who wouldn't take 6x in Satoshis? Now that we're there, let's look at the OG and GHST. The BTC pair just wait. It's grossly oversold, and this thing has hit every single target and has surpassed my expectations. I think my friend he was waiting this level. He called this level perfectly, 23 cents. That was a shakeout that led to that run. He called this perfectly. So we could have, if we do basic idiot waves, which I'm not, no idea. So we're talking about 1, 2, 3. So the 4 should be somewhere here before we have the 5. Can it be possible this goes to $10? Can it? Oh man, can it go to $10? That's a dream. I'm not even counting on that. Look at this, 94 cents, man. 94 so we can have a nice correction on this one. Grossly oversold. Monthly 90. So we could have a good pullback here. And it exceeded my expectation. This was my targets. I actually hit them. Now I have a decision to make. What should I do? That one, just wait, guys. Don't go there. Everyone keeps saying zero is going to go on a monster run. I think zero has to do something like this. Consolidate here. This has been accurate so far. Now it's just consolidate here. This is the next target. So we look at it on the monthly. To me, it's just starting. Just broke this downtrend. How high does it go? I'm not sure. This has broken this downtrend. Whenever you see a whole bunch of dojis like this, put stop loss below, because that means the trend has reversed. If it's good, the trend has reversed. I'll wait for a clean breakout above the dojis. Came down, retest. This to me is reversed this downtrend. I'm not sure how high this go, but That USD pair went insane, so who's to say it can't do this? So this has been amazing. Fucking amazing. That's 50x. Whoever bought here, you either got yourself near middle, close to middle class, or closer to middle class, or you are middle class, or super close to middle class, or you are a middle class individual now, or you are wealthy. $1,000, what would that be? 50K or 500K? That's 50K, right? But anyway, whoever bought here and held this whole run, congratulations. Smartest cat in the room. So this is what I'm talking about here. See how this goes higher, but indicator goes lower, price relatively stays in the same plane, and then it goes higher as indicated as monthly goes higher. That's what I was talking about earlier. I don't know if you guys can go back and review that video. So it goes to a sell-off. I mean, RSI goes oversold, sells off, RSI dips, but price relatively stays in the same plane. Doesn't dip too low, stays horizontal. Then it regains and it goes higher to make this double top. It went up another 200%. So let's go back to, let me see. Let's say it does something similar. Stays relatively in the same plane, between $2 and $3, whatever. And this goes here, and then from here, it breaks another 200%. So we're talking about theoretically, let's see from here, what is it? 3, so it goes here. It's on about $7. Ultimate targets for ONG. If it does what Zeal did, I'll take that. I know people that are holding this until next year, but this has been amazing, amazing, amazing. More than what I dreamed, to be honest, this pump here. So let's see. So we're having a nice sell-off, guys. Nothing to be afraid of. I bought this as a gamble. I want to add more, just for the heck of it. This is a credit card. I'm not sure the information on it. People say this was like a scam or something bad happened with them a couple of years ago. I can't really speak on it, but this I bought it like as a gamble because I believe 2022 is the year of the credit cards. Swipe. I don't know how can I say this, but Swipe is not quite ready, the BTC pair. It's done so far what I thought it would do. I think I was telling people this is the zone to accumulate. To me, this is it's ready to pop higher. I don't think it's gonna come down. I got in a little early, well, a lot early, but I'm in profits now, but I think this goes higher. And I was telling last week that it's going to be hard to claim this. It's not going to be done on one try. Then once it breaks that, it's off to the races. It's one that I'm watching very closely. This one here, I think this one could have a VRA type run. I shouldn't say that, they're not the same type of projects or whatever, but to me this screams monster pump. I covered that in one of my videos. Just go down to the YouTube channel and look for that. This one has been a fucking tease. I'm still waiting. I think these targets will be hit. I guess that's all I got for now, guys. I really don't I really don't have any place for you guys. Theoretically, this is all just theorizing price movement for educational purposes. Monster run, this exceeded expectations. I'm just mad that I sold early again. Sold super early. I wanted to get in here, but I was so fucking afraid. I fucked up. Look at this. 200%, that would have been great. See, this is what I'm talking about. It goes lower, but price goes higher. Has a solid run. Goes lower from here to here, but price goes higher. Okay, a lot of odds are going to print something like this in RSI, so keep an eye on that. This is the one I didn't want to sell because the monthly was not nearly oversold, but I just sold. My impulse not to hold got the best of me. So let me see, I sold somewhere around here. So I missed another 80%, but still, should have got here. I think Sol is going to do something like this. Let me see, if we say this is similar to Sol, and Sol is somewhere around here, we're talking about, let's say Sol is here, which that's what I'm most likely at. 5x, I'll take that. Digibyte is gearing up for this monster run, I think. I think now it's ready. See this here? This to me is almost equal. This and this, something like this is almost equal, which means, to me, we're gonna have something like this in the near future. Massive, massive dildo. So no financial advice, invest at your own risk. I think this, something like this. Bat. Oh, sweet old bat. Not quite, but I've seen this before. It should run 7, 8x. This is gonna run super hard pretty soon. Just wait for the dips, or wait for this to claim, to flip, and then take it on the retest. That blue line. So here it is, guys. Alright, I've done videos. I posted this already sometime last month. People start entering around here, accumulate. Some did, and I don't know. But to me, breaks blue, you're in a races. This is the key zone. Breaks this just long with your eyes closed, and we're talking about from here to here. 2x. I'm not sure how high this goes. There's a retest this trend line here. I hope so, because we're talking about from here 3x. Let's see what happens. That's all I got. Just leave your feedback in comments. I wasn't too detailed on theoretical entries or things like that. I think now's the time to just accumulate, buy on high time frame supports, ladder in slowly. Try to pick the ones that haven't popped off, guys, to get yourself the best RR. In my opinion, you still can see some charts out there that are still bullish. It's just a matter of being patient. Don't be me, as I said, which is basically chasing candles, things like that. I wasn't Komodo. Komodo was a good play because I wanted to chase CRV. I left a lot of profits on the table. Now I'm just waiting. So I just want to show you guys something. So when I say don't be me, this is what I'm referring to. Give me a second, folks. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing my screen now. I think you guys are. Okay, guys, so these are some shirts that I made. So anyone who's interested, just shoot me a DM. I'm not mass producing them, so please, if you do want one, it will take some time to get them out to you. this is my prototype. There's some, you know, some things I gotta correct, which obviously you guys can see. Just here, you know, it's just this here, you know, this here. Maybe tighten these up, make them closer, a little closer. Too much space between the letters. Maybe something else here. You know, this is the name of my Discord. So I will put folks don't be me, and then whatever name you want to put here, I'll place there. Doesn't have to be my name, it can be your name. And don't buy the top. You know, man, don't sell early, don't FOMO, don't ladder down, don't wait, don't panic sell, don't take profits, don't FOMO. Did I put FOMO twice? Yeah, I put it twice. So FOMO is twice, shouldn't be there, be patient. Don't buy all, don't rush, don't rush your chart. We can put do accumulate, which is the same thing as do ladder, so we can take that out. What else can maybe I add some other slogans here, which is don't chase, right? That's one here. Don't chase. Okay, that's the one we're gonna put now. So we'll take out don't FOMO twice, and we'll put don't chase. Just relatively two, but don't bounce from point to coin, something like that. Folks, don't FOMO. So again, if you guys are interested in any of this, just let me know. I'm not mass producing them, so if you want one, you gotta be patient and just let me know. And right here, I'll put your name, your username, whatever you want it to be there. It won't be my name. Maybe here at the bottom, I'll put my name, which is basically my brand. Ancient form of Drunken Tiger, GA. That's basically it, folks. Take it easy.